Day two of the Las Vegas Raiders and New England Patriots training camp just transpired. And man, we got to hop into it because we got a few updates that we need to bring up. Some players that have been injured still not showing up. And to my surprise, not really. I think it's a holdout, but we'll get into it later in this video, as well as the connection between Derek Carr and Devontae Adams is continuing to show dominance. Also, the offensive line talk and this defense has one guy in particular that in the past a lot of people would talk down on, but he's showing up in the Patriots practice as well as he has done in the entire preseason. We're going to talk about all this in today's video. If you guys can, go make a play, do your touchdown dance on the way to hitting that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. Let's get into it. First things first, let's go ahead and talk about Derek Carr and Devontae Adams showing this pure dominance against the New England Patriots. I mean, 2 touchdowns down the sideline for Devontae Adams today, long hauls coming in. And it's surprising because you think the New England Patriots would have made some adjustments so they wouldn't get shunned by this matchup, but it's happening. And it's unstoppable, and I love to hear it. Also, Matt Collins was in there getting some work as well as Hunter Renfrow, making people look silly as he always does. And my favorite guy on this wide receiver room, Tyron Johnson, was able to go out there and put on a show as well. So I love to hear that the wide receiver room, as far as the depth guys, are starting to show up. Now, moving on to the offensive line, you have Dylan Parham out there winning reps against veteran defensive linemen and some against Christian Barmore. Now, we did hear Josh McDaniels talk about in this latest press conference that, look, he had to go out there and really show if he could do something against Barmore. And he didn't do, let's say, the greatest or win 100% rate. But at the same time, he's able to get a new look. And the fact that he's out there starting against this New England Patriots defense in this joint practice means a lot. It really does, because these reps are probably better than anything you'd see out of the preseason. So let's take an eye on Dylan Parham and give him his kudos on being a rookie and being able to step up and do what our other rookies weren't able to do, like last year and John Simpson or Alex Leatherwood. Hopefully it pans out and bodes well for all of us. Now, moving on to the defensive side of the ball, one guy in particular we need to talk about is Johnathan Abram. Now, he's been showing out in the preseason. Everybody's been talking about he's in the box. He's out there getting the blitz work in from this Patrick Graham scheme. And honestly, today, he didn't get no noise out of the blitz. He got some noise from an interception that he had got. And this is to our surprise. Look, he's not known for his coverage skills. So I would have loved to have seen how he was able to get the interception. But the word is he did pick off Mac Jones today, and he has been lighting up the preseason from what we've seen as far as being in the box, being that big nickel corner or whatever you want to call it, whatever it is nowadays. It's all the same stuff. So shout out to Johnathan Abram, man. I hope this is his year to really elevate his game, but also elevate this defense and show out the skill set that we all knew that he had. Moving on, though, to a guy that's a rookie trying to make this team in Britton Brown. Now, let's take a look at this running back room real quick, because when you think about it, Britton Brown, if you didn't know, currently leads the league in rushing yards. I know it's preseason and we've only played 3 games. Us, the Raiders, have played 3 games, but he's only played 2, just like the rest of the league, and he has the most yards. I believe he has 120, and the next best is less than 90 yards. So shout out to Britton Brown. But speaking of Britton Brown, will he make the team? How many running backs will this Raiders team have on the roster? When you think about it, Josh Jacobs and Zamir White are 2 guys that are definitely going to stay on this team. And then there is a third that is Amir Abdullah, a scat back. We let go of Kenyon Drake. So who will be that Sony Michel for this Raiders team that Josh McDaniels once had? It has to be Amir Abdullah. I feel like the writing's on the wall. But when you get further down the depth chart, there is one guy named Brandon Bolden. Josh McDaniels brings him in because that is one of his guys. But at the same time, where does he really fit in, and how is his talent? Is he going to come in and run for Zamir White and Josh Jacobs once in a while? Is he really a better runner than Britton Brown? And if Britton Brown makes it to the practice squad, will he last? That's kind of my question. If Britton Brown makes it to the practice squad, will he even last to be on the practice squad, and will someone come snatching him up? I think someone will take him off our practice squad easily would grab him on the practice squad and put him as their 3rd running back. Now, you guys let me know that in the comments what you guys think about that. Moving on to the last topic of the video, and it's the guy that we've been talking about for the past few weeks because he hasn't been showing up. Let's get honest. And the reason I wanted to talk about this last is simply because I'm tired of people still hounding on this fake injury. There can't be an injury. And it kind of goes back to last year. He missed a lot of games last year due to a tweaking his knee against the Cowboys, ends up missing nearly half the season. This year, he happens to be missing all of the damn training camp. Where is Darren Waller? He has yet to be seen. And it's not really to my surprise because everybody was talking about it in the writings on the wall. He's with a certain agent, he's with Clutch Sports. They hold out when it comes time to do a contract. And why is this no different? How is this no different? There is no difference if last year he's out there putting up touchdowns against the Rams in joint practice, Hunter Renfrow burning Jalen Ramsey. But then this year, we get no word of Darren Waller because he's yet to show up to any physical activity. People are probably going to say in the comments, oh, well, Josh McDaniels said he sees him every day. I don't give a shit what he sees. I don't see him on the field. He's yet to talk about him doing anything on the field. So until he's on the field and actually providing, what is your favorite thing Raiders love to say? The best ability is availability. Why is that only considered to certain people? But when it comes to superstars that we just so happen to love, we're going to continue to be biased, shed a little bit of light on it, but not really hold them to any criticism or any type of hold them to any type of standard that we hold everybody else to. Now, I know Darren Waller is a special player, and his take, some people might not agree with it, but a holdout is a holdout, no matter how you chop it up. Would it be a coincidence if all of a sudden he was perfectly fine after he gets a deal? Let's be honest. That wouldn't be a surprise to me. It wouldn't be a surprise. Now, if he comes back before a contract happens and actually does some type of physical activity to where it takes some type of tackling or it takes some type of defender being there, then okay, maybe I'll give it some consideration. But think about how practice is with the Patriots. Raiders and Patriots practice was a non-tackling practice. They would not take you to the ground. It was more of a wrap up. You're not going to hit the quarterback, of course, but it's more of a wrap up. You're not going to hit a guy real hard or tackle anybody. So Darren Waller couldn't even participate in that when last year we were going ham and fighting with the Rams. Look at the comparison. It doesn't make any sense to me. So let's keep an eye on that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Britton Brown, and then let me know what you guys think about the Darren Waller situation. I don't really care too much about it because I think at the end of the day, he's going to get a contract, going to be on this football team week one making plays. But I don't like the hoopla of the lying about the injury stuff. Like Darren Waller, just stay straight up. Like I want a contract done, and if a contract done, I'm not going to come out. It's a holdout essentially. If he's not playing freaking football when he's getting paid $7 million, it's a holdout. I'm sorry. Call it what you want. It's a freaking boycott. Or you could say he's faking a hamstring injury. Let's be honest. If Derek Carr gonna go out there and play with a messed up groin, he can go out there and play with a messed up back, messed up finger. Like, bro, the only thing that held Derek Carr out from playing freaking football is breaking his damn ankle, literally twisting his ankle off. That's the only thing that kept Derek Carr out the game. But we give here, and we'll criticize him, criticize Derek Carr for everything that he's done, but nothing on Darren Waller. It's just weird to me. It's just weird to me. So I don't like the bias. I don't like the let's lower the standards for this guy, but not this guy idea that people have. Let me know. Enough of my ranting. Until next time, y'all, ready to tape.